Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Go back and press J. Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Keep chanting. Whose streets? Our streets. Our streets. Whose streets? 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 Our streets. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. Whose streets? Our streets. 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 What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Our streets. Number 4 is we oppose any state repression of dissent, including surveillance, infiltration, disruption, and violence. We agree not to assist law enforcement actions against activists and others. This is pretty simple. Don't be a snitch. If you're here today, we're all assuming that everyone here is not going to cooperate with the cops for the remainder of this movement, for any part of any further actions, and for just in general, like, don't talk to the cops. We just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of these and educate the people in our community about this and make sure that you all knew what these are. People are going to be going around and handing out flyers that have the principles on them with additional explanations. So thanks for sitting through that. I know that that's not like the most exciting thing to listen to, but it is important because that's how we keep the movement going and that's how we keep it safe as we possibly can. Because none of us can really do anything if we are in jail or dead. So we thought it was important to talk to you about that today. Second of all, the reason that we're here is because we think that it's high time that the cases of all people that have been wrongfully imprisoned or murdered by the police deserve to be reopened. We believe this in accordance with the National Day of Action, which there's also information about that going in a flyer around, but basically it's a National Day of Action to demand the release of political prisoners and to demand for community control of the police now. And so that's why we're here. Some of you may know that we are marching to a secondary location. And I think now is the time to tell you where we're going. We are going to Keith Ellison's residence. Because as Attorney General, we all know that he has the power to reopen these cases, and he has the power to right past wrongs that the police have committed against our community. He just chooses not to. Because as of now, we haven't made it annoying enough for him to think that that's a priority that he needs to put on his agenda. So we're here to be annoying. We're here to post up outside of his house and be irritating, because that galvanizes people into action. And power concedes nothing without a demand. And so we're going to make our demands very clear today as we march and in front of Keith Ellison's residence. Up next, we are going to have Danielle Burns, who is the sister of Jamar Clark, come up and speak.
Let them know what the new generation is asking. You ain't got to cover your mouth. What you got to say?
Do your job.
That's right. Tell them to do their job and what? Do what's what?
Do your stuff.
Do what's what? Do what's right?
Do your stuff.
And do what's what? Do what's right?
It was right.
That's right. That's right. And that's the new generation. You hear me? Hi, I'm Jamar Clark's sister. I'm Danielle Burns. Not Clark. I'm sorry. So I'm speaking my name out, Danielle Burns. Thank you. I stand here and oh my goodness, this is beautiful that we all are out here right now for a cause. And the cause is the police killing our men. Police killing, period. Okay, women and men. And I don't want to be specific, but they killing. You know, we got to start working out the truth and facts, and talking about correction. There's a lot of correction that needs to be done in this system. Okay? Correction. And I'm going to stick with correction because that's an important thing right now. There's a lot of correction needs to be done. In the seats, police, even some of the people. We all need to be corrected. Okay? We all need to be corrected. We are dealing with hard times right now. We're dealing with hard times. But it's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. But we're still here coming together from every corner of which way of the states, every corner of which way of whatever nationality, we all come together to stand in solidarity. We stand together for a reason. You see, we strangers. A lot of us are strangers. I don't know half the time, but I thank you because it's a cause. Woo! It's a cause, right? Woo! It's a cause. I thank you. I thank you. But talking about justice, we the people. We the people. We supposed to be on they, should I say on their ass? That's right. Okay? On their ass. That's right. Because we make the decisions, but they obviously they want to put it where we don't make the decisions. We put them in their seats. Okay? So if they asses can't do the right thing, correction, get your ass out. That's the seat on, and let somebody in the seat who can do the right thing and make the right decisions. We're tired of this. This has been going on too long. And of course we could go back further. We could go back further. Over 400. Do you understand? It's so much I want to, it's just so much bottled up in me that wants to come out. But let me tell you, over 400 people has been killed, and more probably haven't been counted. That's right. That's been killed here in Minnesota alone. This has been going on too long, so we're going to be chatting. We're going to keep on chatting. We're going to keep on doing this and that, right? The same thing over and over and over again, right? Over and over again. What is going to change? We have to dig a little deeper. We have to change those seats. We got to change those seats because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're allowing a lot of things to happen. A lot of things to happen. And they sitting there with their bigot asses and allowing this to happen. It's not right. It's wrong. And of course we out here because of wrong. Because we want to see right. So I thank you guys for coming out here. My mother, Jamar Clark's mother, biological mother, is standing here with me. Come on, mama. Come on and speak. Mama. Right, mama. Mama. Come and speak. You got this?
That's right, mama. That's right, mama.
Mama, here you go.
That's right, mama.
So what I need to do?
You got this. You got it.
Hey,
Hi, my name is Irma Burns, and I am the mother of Jamar Clark. Jamar was born here in Minnesota. When we came here to Minnesota, I thought this was one of the best places that we could step foot. I thought we had did like the Jeffersons, moved on up. When we came here, better life for my kids. I came here with 9 kids. Jamar was in my belly. And I thought I was coming to a place to make a better life for my kids. Because Chicago, you know how people feel about that. But however, that was my plan. Never thought, never dreamed of getting a phone call from somebody saying that their son had got shot and killed by Minneapolis police. I always say that when I grew up, it was always officer friendlies. That you can go to an officer and he'll help you get home. They give out stickers. They knew the neighborhood. They would bring a drunk husband home and that type of stuff. Now what they're bringing our kids and our husbands and stuff home there is in body bags, caskets. Yes, and it do have to stop. I'm appalled at the higher ups. I'm ashamed of them. Because it is a shame for them to sit back and watch this happen. Enough is enough, and I wear this mask to say enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And united we stand and divided we fall.
That's right.
This is what's going to make it happen, you guys.
Yes.
Us standing together as we are now. This is what's going to make it happen, you guys. And as my daughter spoke and said, you can't do the job. Get out.
That's right. Right.
And we're going to demand that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Our voices is not weak as they seem to say it is. This is what make our voices so strong.
Yes.
For us to stand together.
Yes.
So today I want to thank everybody for taking the time out. Because it's Jamar, Philando, George, those are all of our brothers and sisters and kids, and it's not just one. They belong to all of us. And we have to act as such. We're marching to the White House, the Capitol, or whatever it is that we have to do. Let's continue to do it. And I thank everybody again for coming out. We stand together, again, united we stand, and divided we fall. Let's not fall, you guys. Let's keep standing.
Yeah. Thank you, Mama Irma. I just want to leave us off with this. And this is a song. It's time to make a change. We are the people who can do it.
We would like Valerie Lewis, who is the sister of Doug Lewis, who was murdered in St. Paul in May by a racist vigilante.
Thank you. I really don't know what to say. This man shot my brother 4 times like he was a dog. My brother had surrendered to him. He had surrendered, had his arms up, and this man still shot him 4 times. He came back to the scene of the crime after he had called his dad and everything. He came back to the crime scene. That's how come the police got him right now, because he did. And there was plenty of witnesses out there that saw that my brother and that man was so far apart. And in his statement, he said my brother looked like he was reaching for a gun.
But my brother has surrendered to this man. It has hurted and devastated my family so bad. He was my youngest brother. And he came to Minnesota with me 17 years ago to change himself. He came from Chicago. We didn't grow up like Anthony Trefaletti. We didn't have no daddy. We had just my mom. And my mom died 10 years ago. And she told me to take care of my little brother. And Anthony Trefaletti took that from me. He took that from me. He took that from my children. He took that from his children. Anthony Trefaletti did that. And I'm talking about, they want to give him, second degree with intent? In his own statement, he said, he grabbed the gun at the first initial incident. He said he became afraid, and I'm tired of them using "I'm afraid" every time they see a black person. We afraid too, goddammit. Shit. I'm tired of them using that. I think that should be a sign of racism. That as soon as you hear it come out their mouth. How come you afraid? I'm not afraid. How come the big bad wolf with the gun afraid? That's what I want to know. How come they afraid? We love our brothers. We love our fathers, uncles, cousins. We love them. Why I gotta put my brother on a t-shirt? And y'all know first thought always wrong. I want something bad to happen to Anthony Trefaletti. But I have a God of my understanding. Like, he got this. He got this. I had it all played out. He got this. I'm talking about regular people just shooting down our people. That's how cold it is, how bold these motherfuckers is. The regular people who don't even got a gun, a permit, and don't got no type of job with a regular job, what I got. Get to come outside and say, oh, he look like he causing harm. Let me shoot him in the back. And then they said this boy had a permit to carry. This little boy, he was 21, 22. He was a little boy. Little bitty boy. He was born to kill my brother. I know my brother felt that shit in his spirit when that boy was born. Yeah, my heart hurts. My family heart hurts. I want justice for everybody. And like this man I was just talking to over here, it's all the way up at the top. It's all the way at the top. That's where we gotta go. And we just can't think small no more when it comes to this kind of stuff. It has to change. And I thank y'all for letting me come out here and share with y'all today.
No good cops in a racist system.
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 All right. Thank you, Danielle, and Danielle's mom. We are gonna bring up the iconic Tashira Garraway to speak to you guys today.
My name is Tashira Garraway. I am the fiance and the mother of Justin Tigan's 14-year-old son. Justin Tigan was brutally beaten by the St. Paul police and thrown inside of a trash dumpster.
That ain't right.
August 19, 2009. When they murdered my son's father and I watched the BCA and the St. Paul police and the forensic pathologists cover up the murder, I knew in my heart that they had been doing this and that they were going to keep doing it. And then 7 years later, I looked on the news. Actually, I heard it on the radio. I was on my lunch break at work. And I heard it on the radio about Jamar Clark. And I broke down and I started crying. And I started telling God, why? You see it, Lord Jesus. You see what they're doing to our people. You see what they're doing to our men. Because in my son's father's case, they didn't throw him in a river. They didn't throw him in the woods. They threw him in the trash. That's what they think of us. And any politician, any human being walking the face of this earth that believes that this is wrong should be outraged. Should be outraged. Any man or any person, especially walking around with this color on, this color right here, should be outraged and should be out here and should be sticking together with us and should be fighting with us. Because your lives are on the line. And I'm fighting through fear for not only my family, but for Jamar Clark's family and every family, because every man or woman who have lost their lives on these streets and shed blood, life is valuable to our families. They meant something to all of us. They may not be valuable to everybody else. They didn't get filmed and make it big like George Floyd. And his life mattered. But every last one of these lives matter. Every last one of them. And we have to fight just as hard as we did for George Floyd that was on film. Any separation, we have to bind it. We have to bind it, because only through coming together are we going to fight against this evil that is amongst us. We have to bind the separation. Whatever it is that's separating us, whatever somebody said about us, it's okay. It's okay. Keep on fighting.
That's right.
See the light at the end of the tunnel. See the goal, and the goal is justice for the people that shed blood on these streets that didn't deserve to die like that. George Floyd's murder is only what we saw. It was harsh, but it is only a snippet of what some of us have had to endure and live through. Their lives matter and our families matter, because we are the ones that are suffering. We are the ones that's going through it. I have sat and I have prayed and I have spent days and days in and days out with Jamar Clark's family, because we share the same pain. And for the politicians, we're not asking anymore. We're not begging anymore. We're not pleading anymore. You're going to do what you got to do to make right for our loved ones. We're not waiting. You're going to do it right now. You're going to do it right motherfucking now. Right now. I'm not playing no games with them. None of them. Because if they had to walk a day in my shoes, I'm raising a 14-year-old child who his father was in the garbage can. Thanks to the St. Paul Police Department. And the only reason that they came and got that man out the community that lives 11 minutes away from me, and my child, my black son, my 14-year-old that's named after his dad, Justin Tigan. The only reason they went and got him is because of us marching. Because of us putting our boots on the ground. Because of us saying enough is enough. They want to talk about the riots. They pushed the riots. Because had they listened to us back in the beginning, before George Floyd, when we were coming in the Capitol, asking them to make a change, had they done it, George Floyd would be alive. The officer officer that killed Demetrius Hill is the same officer in my murder back in 1997. My son's father wasn't killed until 2009. Joshua Lego.
That's a damn shame.
He's still out here showing up to protest approaching me and the rest of these families. And they're letting it happen. So they're pushing people's hand. We can only be pushed up against the corner for so long. For so long, we can't take it no more. What do you want from us? What do you expect of us? We are human beings. You killing the people we love. So Bob Crow got to go. Warren Limmer got to go. He's the legislator that's stopping the legislation from going through. Anybody that's against all people having equality, it's gotta go. And we're gonna make sure that happens, and we want our cases reopened, and we done begging, we done bleeding, and it's gonna happen right now. No justice! No peace! 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 Thank you.
Out of your house and into your streets! Out of your house and into the streets! Whole streets! Our streets! Whole streets! Our streets! Whole streets! Our streets!
Whose streets?
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 Our streets!
If Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down!
if Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down!
if Jamar don't get it,
Shut it down!
if Justin don't get it,
Shut it down!
if Justin don't get it,
Shut it down!
if Justin don't get
Shut it down!
it, if Elijah don't get it,
Shut it down!
if Elijah don't get it,
Shut it down!
if Elijah don't get it,
Shut it down!
hey, hey,
Ho ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho! These racist cops have got to go! Hey hey! Ho ho!